Hello, welcome to Circle Time. Sue, come on out. It's time for us to have Circle Time, and we're going to start with a Bible verse, okay? The Bible verse for today comes from Psalm 98, and we're going to read verses 5 and 6. Sing to the Lord with the harp and the sound of a psalm, with trumpets and the sound of a horn. Shout joyfully before the Lord, the King. Did you know the Bible told us that we should sing to the Lord? He loves to hear us sing and make music to him. Do you play a musical instrument? Well, if you'd like to get one today, you can have one during class. We're going to be doing some musical instrument activities. We're going to be learning about orchestras and the different instruments in an orchestra. So grab that musical instrument and come on back, and let's start with our calendar, with our circle time, okay? So you go and sit down, and let's begin with our letter for today. Our letter for today is the letter U. U looks like this. So the uppercase U to me looks like a smile. I'll show you what I mean. So you're just going to go down and up. Looks kind of like a smile. I'll even draw two eyes. So that's the uppercase U. Let's look on the handwriting house and see if we can write it together. Okay, so if you don't have the handwriting house, there is a link so that you can get it. It's a free download, and this is a great way for you to practice how to write the letters the correct way. So we're going to start upstairs, and then we're going to curve around, and then we're just going to go back upstairs, okay? So here we go. We're going to start here, and we're going to stop here on the top line. Okay, so down and up. Down and up. Down and up. That's the uppercase or capital letter U. The little U looks a lot like the big U, except for it has a tail. I'll show you. So you're going to do the same thing, but then just keep going straight down to the bottom. Let me show you that again, okay? So you're going to make that same smile, and then you're going to trace straight back down. Give it a tail. Okay, so let's look on the house. This is a little letter, so that means it needs to be downstairs. Okay, so start on the yellow line this time in the middle, and then curve up and straight down. Up and straight down. This is the lowercase u. Did you give it a try? Okay, let's talk about what U sounds like. Now, U is one of those 5 special letters called vowels. A, E, I, O, and U. U is one of those letters. Now, the vowels are special because every word must have one. If it doesn't have a vowel, then it's not a word. So U and all the other vowels have 2 sounds that they make. You can make this sound like this, kind of like if you've eaten too much candy and you get a tummy ache. You might say, uh, uh, that's the sound that you can make. But the other sound that you can make is this, you. You can say its own name, you. So you can say, uh, uh, or you can say, you. And that's the sound that we're going to talk about today. U says you as in ukulele and all things musical. That's our theme for today. So since we're talking about music, I thought it might be a fun idea to play the freeze game. So have you ever played that before? To play that game, you just have to listen for the music, and when the music stops, then you stop too, okay? So here we go. Let's play it together. Okay. You can move and dance until you have to freeze.
you hear the music quit, don't wanna see you move a bit. Now you can dance any way you please, but listen close before the breeze. Now you can hop, you can bop, you can flop, you can rock and roll the style. And you can love and you can hustle, but don't ever move the muscle when you hear the music come to the free. Now you can hop, you can bop, you can flop, you can rock and roll the style. And you can bump and you can hustle, but don't ever move a muscle when you hear the music coming to the beat. Now here's a game that's kind of neat. Just get your body in the beat. But when you hear the music quit, don't wanna see you move a bit. Now you can dance any way you please, but listen close to the breeze.
That was fun. So that's what we're going to talk about today, music. So let's talk about a number though. Now we're going to talk about the number 10, and this is what 10 looks like. 10 is written with a 1 and a 0. I'll show you how to write it. And if this is not the number you're working on at home, that's okay. You can just watch it, practice this one today if you'd like, or you can just practice whatever numbers you're working on. Or maybe you already know how to write 10. Maybe you could write 1 through 10 all together on the handwriting house. So this is the number 10. It's a 1 and a 0. Now, something that we can do when we hear music is we can clap our hands. That's a lot of fun. Well, did you know that you have 10 fingers on your hands? Let's count them, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's use our 10 fingers and let's clap 10 times. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice job. That's our number for today. And now we're going to talk about our shape. Our shape for today is an octagon. Now, let's draw something on the board that might help us to remember how many sides an octagon has, okay? An octagon, let's first talk about an octopus. An octopus has 8 legs. Will you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll make some eyes on our octopus. An octopus has how many legs? An octopus has 8 legs. So an octagon has 8 sides. And if you're trying to remember how many sides does an octagon have, just think about an octopus. An octopus has 8 sides, and an octagon has how many sides? An octagon has 8 sides. Very good. And 8 corners. Let's trace some octagons, okay? And the link for this printable will be below, so you can print it. You can even pause right now, print it, and you can trace as I'm tracing if you'd like. Okay, help me count the sides as I trace, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope you have fun tracing octagons today. Now our color today is gray. Gray gray is made by mixing two colors. And if you watched our video from yesterday, you might remember we mixed two colors and we made gray paint. What were those two colors? Black and white. Black and white mixed together makes gray. Well, I want to play a little game and it's called I Spy. Have you ever played that game? Let's play it together. I have a picture I'm going to show you, and I'm going to say, I spy something gray, and you see if you can see the things that are gray. I spy something gray. What things can you see that are gray? I'll circle them for us, but you can point. The elephant is gray. The rabbit is gray. Good job. The koala bear is gray. And the mouse is gray. Very, very good. Let's practice some other colors. I spy something brown. Can you see something that's brown? The bear is brown. And the lion, good job. I spy something green. Yes, the snake is green. And the frog, nicely done. I spy something yellow. The bird is yellow and the cheese. I spy something red. The ladybug is red. You did a great job looking for things that were gray and other colors. Okay, so I want to very quickly show you a sight word. This sight word is, let me give you a hint. This sight word is down. What's this word? Down. Can you say that again? Down. That's our sight word for today. Okay, so now it's time for us to talk about our theme learning. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm going to tell you about what music is. So music, and if do you have your musical instrument? Hopefully you've gotten it by now. Music is when we have sounds that are organized. So if all of us that have musical instruments decided that we were going to play at the same time, it would kind of sound really loud and chaotic. But if we play together in a certain rhythm and a certain melody, then it sounds beautiful. So that's what music is. Music is just sound that's organized. Now there's something that is called an orchestra. An orchestra is just a group of people that come together to play their instruments. Now they're not playing instruments just all together, just however they want. That would be loud and chaotic. But they're actually playing together the same rhythm and melody. There's one person in the picture that doesn't have an instrument. Can you find him? I spy someone without an instrument. I'll give you a hint. He's wearing a white coat. He's standing on a red box. Did you find him? There he is. This man is called a conductor. The conductor helps to make sure that everyone's playing the right thing. He also has something in his hand. That's a stick. It's called a baton. And he's waving it to help to keep the beat or the time so that everyone can play the same rhythm and melody. I have something that I'm going to pretend these are my batons, okay? And I'm going to do like this. I might make the batons go slowly. And if you have an instrument, you can play it slowly. Or I might make my batons go fast. And when I go fast, then you can play fast too, okay? I'll be the conductor. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Slow. Okay, are you ready? Play your instrument fast. slow. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. And stop. Very good. Bravo, bravo. Well, let's go back and learn some more about an orchestra. You sounded really good. Our orchestra sounded great. Well, there are 4 different types of instruments that you might hear in an orchestra. They are the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion instruments. Let's learn about each of these. First, we have the string family. Now, instruments in this family are either plucked or strum, or you can use a bow to go across them back and forth. Some instruments in this family include the guitar, the violin. A little bit bigger is the viola or the cello. The big one is called the bass. The next kind of instrument is in the woodwind family. Now, if you have one of these instruments, you're going to have to blow. So take your mouth and blow against your hand. Did you feel some wind? I did. So that will help you to remember what this kind of instrument family is. They're called the woodwind family. To hear the word wind, woodwind. Now, instruments in this family include the flute, the clarinet, the oboe, the saxophone, and bassoon. These are from the woodwind family. Let's look at the next family of instruments. This is called the percussion family. Percussion instruments include drums, xylophones, maracas, and tambourines. The last type of family of instruments is the brass family. Now, the brass family also needs to be blown, but usually you have to push some buttons or slide something on the brass instruments. And also look at the color. They're so shiny. Brass is a type of metal, so that might give you a clue as to which instruments are in the brass family. Trumpets and trombones and French horns are in this family. Let's look back at the picture of the orchestra. Can you pick out all 4 of the types of instruments? Let's start with the strings. Can you see some stringed instruments? Here they are. I see a bass, I see a cello actually, and I see some violins. Here's some more over on this side too. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's try to see if we can find some woodwind instruments. Those are like flutes or clarinets. I see some right here. Did you find them too? Okay, now let's see if we can find some percussion instruments. That's like the drum. Can you spot some drums? Here they are in the back. Now I want to see if you can find some brass instruments. Remember, they're really shiny. I see some right here. I see these tubas. Well, you did a great job. I want to show you one more thing. The way that the musicians know what to play is that they're looking at music notes. Music notes that have been put onto paper tell them what to play. So they learn where the notes are on the page and on the instrument. I have an orchestra I'd like for you to hear, and I think this sounds really beautiful. This music was composed by Mozart. It's a really pretty sounding orchestra. Would you like to hear it? Here we go. Okay, here we go. That was an ad before. Here we go. ones sound beautiful. The music is going slow at times. And sometimes it gets faster. Did you like the orchestra? It sounds really beautiful. I'll put the link below so maybe you can listen to the whole song. Well, I hope you had a fun time today talking about music. It was fun to play the freeze and to hear you play as I conducted. We had our own orchestra in class today. Sue, did you have fun listening to our music? Well, I had fun too, and I hope I'll see you next time at Circle Time. Goodbye. Have a great day.